Hi, this is Tracy with RE/MAX Professionals in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And today is episode 8 of Vlogging with Tracy. And today's question is, how can a buyer present a better offer? So first of all, a seller is going to want to take the cleanest offer possible. In today's market, because we have such a housing shortage, there are multiple buyers for houses in like a first-time home buyer price range. And so the cleanest offer is probably the one that the seller is going to accept. And by cleanest offer, I mean the offer that has the least things that the seller has to do. So closest to the asking price is probably going to go. And then if there's any contingencies, that is what's going to kind of determine if they want to take your offer or one that doesn't have contingencies. So you want to kind of have the least contingencies on your offer to have the best offer. So when I say contingencies, if you are a seller and putting in an offer and your house is contingent, or your offer is contingent on your house selling, they might choose, the seller might choose an offer that does not have a contingency on a house selling, because then that's a big if. The house has to sell in order for this purchase to happen. Or if you are a first-time home buyer and you have closing costs that you want the seller to pay, that's a contingency on, well, it's not a contingency, but it is something that might detract them with somebody who's not a first-time home buyer. So if you are a first-time home buyer and you have some closing costs that your lender says these are the costs that this is what it's gonna cost you at closing, you can ask the buyer to pay some of that. So let's say, for simple math, there's the property is $100,000 and you are gonna ask them for 3% closing costs. Instead of just offering the $100,000, you can offer the $100,000 plus that 3%. So and then ask them for it. So one, you're giving it to them, but then you're asking for it back. One, they aren't having to really pay for it, and two, it's being financed, so it's in your mortgage, so that you don't have to come up with that at closing. So having the fewest contingencies is the best way to have the best offer. The other thing is, if there's something that you know for sure that you want to happen in purchasing this house, for example, you want a radon system to mitigate any radon coming in the house, and you already know that's something you're firm on, you put it in the offer. And then also you can give X amount of dollars towards that radon mitigation. Usually I say it's fair to do a 50-50 where the buyer pays half and the seller pays half. So if your agent knows what it costs, the person he uses to put a radon system in, just do half of that and put half of that towards the offer, so that the seller knows that you're paying for half of it and they're paying for half of it. Or you can ask them to pay for all of it, or not at all, but it needs to be in there in your offer, because you know you want that done. Generally, some people will wait until inspection time and it gets tested, and then they ask for it. But if you ask for it in the offer, then they know that they have to get that done, and you've already given half the price for it, half the amount that it costs. Then they might be more likely to do that instead of being surprised and they're being asked for a whole purchase at closing, or after the inspection, excuse me. Anyways, if you have any further questions about real estate, please comment below. And if you know anybody who might need to know any of this information I shared with you today, please share this video with them and like my page. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.